Transport in plants. Transport over long distance proceeds through the vascular system and is called translocation. In rooted plants, transport in xylem is unidirectional. Multidirectional transport happens in phloem. Plant growth regulators are transported in a strictly polarized manner. Diffusion is a slow process. Diffusion in solids is more likely than of solids. Diffusion rates are affected by cell membrane, concentration gradient, permeability, temperature, pressure. Smaller substances diffuse faster. Inhibitors react to side chain proteins in porins. The porins are proteins that form huge pores in outer membrane of mitochondria, plastid, and some bacteria that allow molecules up to size of small proteins to pass through. Water channels are made of 8 different types of aquaporins. Saturation is also the property of facilitated diffusion. A gradient must already be present for diffusion to occur. Diffusion is directly proportional to solubility of substance in lipids. Facilitated diffusion is independent of ATP. Sodium potassium pump is an example of active transport in an antipode manner. Active transport uses energy to transport and pump molecules against concentration gradient. Active transport also saturate. Like enzyme, the carrier protein is very specific in active transport. Terrestrial plants take up huge amount of water daily, but most of it is lost to the air through evaporation from the leaves is called transpiration. Watermelon has 92% of water. Seeds also have water in them. Most herbaceous plants have only about 10 to 15% of its fresh weight as dry matter. A mature corn plant absorbs 3 liters of water a day. Mustard plant absorbs water equal to its own weight in 5 hours. The two components of water potential are solute potential and pressure potential. The greater the concentration of water in a system, the greater is its kinetic energy or water potential. Pure water has maximum potential, that is 0. Water will move from the system containing water at high water potential to one having lower water potential. Solute potential is always negative. For a solution at atmospheric pressure, water potential is equal to solute potential. In plants, cell membrane and tonoplast are important determinants of movement of molecules in and out of the cell. Osmosis is the term used to refer specifically to the diffusion of water molecules across a differentially selectively permeable membrane. The net direction and rate of osmosis depends on both pressure gradient and concentration gradient. At equilibrium, the two chambers should have nearly the same water potential. If the external solution is more dilute, then cytoplasm is hypotonic solution. Plasmolysis occurs when the water moves out of the cell and cell membrane of a plant cell shrinks away. In plasmolysis, water is first lost from cytoplasm and then vacuole. The process of plasmolysis can be reversible. The space between cell wall and shrunken protoplast is occupied by hypertonic solution. Flaccid cells are formed in isotonic solution. Pressure potential of flaccid cell is 0. Turgidity is ultimately responsible for enlargement and extension growth of cell. Imbibition is a special type of diffusion when water is absorbed by solids colloids, causing them to increase in volume. The classical example of inhibitors are absorption of water by seeds and dry wood. Imbibition is also diffusion since water movement is along a concentration gradient. For any substance to imbibe any liquid, affinity between the absorbent and the liquid is also prerequisite. Xylem is associated with translocation of mainly water, mineral salts, some organic nitrogen, and hormones. Phloem also translocates inorganic solutes. The apoplast is the system of adjacent cell walls that is continuous throughout the plants except at the casparine tips of the endodermis in the roots. The apoplastic movement of water occurs exclusively through the intracellular spaces and the walls of the cell. Movement through the apoplast does not involve crossing of cell membrane. Mass flow of water occurs due to adhesion and cohesion properties of water. The Symplastic system is the system of interconnected protoplasts. Neighboring cells are connected through cytoplasmic strands that extend to plasmodesmata. Movement is relatively faster in apoplastic pathway than symplastic pathway. Movement of chloroplast is seen in hydrilla leaf due to cytoplasmic streaming. Most of the water flow in the roots occurs via apoplast. Casparian strips have suberin. The movement of water through the root layers is ultimately symplastic in the endodermis. The water after crossing the endodermis follow the symplastic pathway till xylem. In mycorrhiza, fungus provides minerals and waters. In mycorrhiza, roots provide sugar and nitrogen containing compounds. Pinus seeds cannot germinate and establish in the absence of mycorrhiza. Excess water collects in the form of droplets around special openings or veins near the tip of grass, blades and leaves of many herbaceous plants. Parts is known as guttation. Greatest contribution of root pressure is re-establishment the continuous chains of water molecules. Root pressure do not play a major role in water movement up tall trees. Less than 1% of water reaching the leaves is used for photosynthesis and growth. Transpiration can be studied from a leaf using cobalt chloride paper. Transpiration is the evaporative loss of water. Exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in a leaf occurs through the stomata. The inner wall of guard cell is thick and elastic. Transpiration maintains the shape and the structure of plants by keeping the cells turgid. The immediate cause of opening or closing of stomata is a change in the turgidity of guard cells. Microfibrils made of cellulose are oriented radially. The lower surface of dorsiventral leaf has a greater number of stomata, and in isobilateral leaf they are equal number on both the sides. Mutual attraction between water molecules called cohesion. Attraction of water molecules to polar surfaces called adhesion. External factors affecting transpiration are temperature, light, humidity and speed. Plant factor affecting transpiration are water status, canopy structure, number of distribution of stomata and percentage of open stomata. When turgidity increases, inner walls become crescent shape. Transpiration driven ascent of sap is driven mainly by three factors: cohesion, adhesion and surface tension. Tensile strength means an ability to resist pulling force. Transpiration maintains the shape and structure of the cells by keeping cells turgid. C4 plants are twice times as efficient as C3 plants. C4 plant loses only half as much as C3 plants for same amount of CO2 fixed. Ions are absorbed from the soil by both passive and active transport. Transport proteins of endodermis cells are control points where a plant adjusts the quantity and types of solute that reach the xylem. Root endodermis, because of the layer of suberin, has the ability to actively transport ions in one direction only. Mineral ions are frequently remobilized, particularly from older senescing parts. Elements most readily mobilized are nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and sulfur. Calcium, since structural component, cannot be remobilized. True. Nitrogen travels in both organic and inorganic components. We can't say categorically that xylem transport only inorganic and phloem transport only organic material. Source and sink may be reversed depending upon season or the need of the plants. Hormones are transported through phloem. The source-sink relationship is variable in food translocation. The sucrose made is first moved in companion cell. The sugar is moved from companion cell to sieve tube through active transport. Cytoplasmic strand pass through holes in the sieve plates. Girdling is used to identify tissue through which food is transported. The translocation in phloem is explained by pressure flow hypothesis.